Okay, welcome to the Jesse Degens show. I'm Queen Degens, your host for tonight, aka Jessica, Jess, Jessie, bitch, cowbag, old moo, cow, whatever. Just not sir. Don't rock up in my chat or try sliding into my DMs and start giving the hey bro or excuse me sir, please sir. Like don't, because like I don't like it, and you'll find out really quickly, and you'll be banned and deleted and reported and blocked and all that stuff. Right, now let's get into it. Tonight we have with us Dom and Aaron from CatDoge, and they're going to be telling us all about the stuff that they've got going on. I've been having a little look around. It's really cool. I'm really excited about this, man. It's a lot of fun. But before we get into that, in traditional Jesse Degens style, I've asked you guys to come prepared with a joke or something funny. So make us laugh.
So I was out and about the other day, and I met this guy. He was really nice. He seemed really like caring and compassionate, and I was surprised that he was a politician. And we talked a little bit more, and it turns out he really cared about the community and everything. And it's just definitely someone I would love to vote for. And then I woke up from my.
That's terrible. I'm gonna have to say it. Sorry. Even my AI one was better than that, bro.
Come on, give it.
That was bad. That was really bad.
It made me laugh. It's no secret. I'm a bit of a little anarchist. So like anything to do with, my favourite joke for the longest time. It's got boring now. We even did a little degen play on it. What's one word that's really, really funny? 2 words that's really, really funny. Gary Gensler. that's my funny. Dom, give us your AI joke then. Come on.
I do want to hear it. Yeah.
Oh, it was really bad. It was. I can't even. Oh, what was it? Is it still on here? No, it was bad.
Come on, can you pick it up now? This better be a bomb. Seriously.
I'll just type it back into the. It hasn't come back up, but it was really bad. It was really, really bad. So bad that after the community leave.
Yeah.
Was it a dad joke?
Sorry?
Was it a dad joke?
No. It was a joke to do with cryptocurrency and Doge. And I just typed in them two in the AI bot I've got. And then it generates one for you. And it was that bad. I just went, no, I really can't.
Fair enough. Right then, boys, thank you for being good sport. Would you like to introduce yourselves? Tell us a little bit about your background and that kind of good stuff. And then we'll start getting into your lovely project, CatDoge.
Go for it,
Do you want to go first, Aaron?
It's all you, buddy.
Okay, guys. So, thank you very much for hosting us, Jess. My name's Pigtator or Pig or Dom. I've been in crypto for, I think, just under 4 years now. Started off just purely as an investor. I'm a big believer in shilling your own bag. Got recognised by quite a few projects that this person's active, and it kind of just went from there. Started moderating, worked my way up to running a couple of teams, then started doing social media for quite a few projects, and then sort of met Frankie and Aaron along the way, but we can definitely get into that later on.
Absolutely. Aaron, give us your intro.
Yeah, I'm Aaron. I've been in crypto for probably about 2.5 years, going on 3. I kind of started off in a similar manner where I was just really involved in the community, and they, the people at the time who turned out to be like slow ruggers that I actually exposed and kind of led like an exodus out of the project. But yeah, they're like, oh, you want to do writing content and this and that, and like kept throwing responsibilities at me, and I kept taking them on, and then after that all that all happened, I was kind of found by some other friends in the space, brought me on board for some content creation, digital marketing, PR stuff with their business, and then I've been involved with several projects since then, in from moderation to providing content, PR, and also in community management positions, and a bit of social media management as well. So yeah, it's been a cool journey. A lot.
Very cool, very cool. Do you have somebody else with you here that's going to be speaking as well, did you say?
Yeah, Frankie, if you want to introduce yourself.
Yes,
Yeah.
hello, I'm Frankie from Germany, and I'm in crypto since 3.5 years. And yeah, started like Big Data and Aaron just as an investor. And yeah, but after that, I worked as Schiller or Twitter manager for many projects. And then I become the idea to start an own project and met Crypto Big Data and Aaron. Yeah, and I then mentioned my idea, and yeah, we just started CatDoge.
Very cool, very, very cool. Right.
There's about 3 years history in between this, by the way. Just want to make that perfectly clear.
That's really nice, and it's lovely to be with you guys. I mean, personally, I mean, and I think this is a testament to just how early we are in crypto or in Web3, DeFi, whatever you want to call it, because like here we all are. I mean, I got in just before the last halvening, hadn't got a clue what I was doing, hadn't got a clue how lucky I was. I bought Bitcoin when it was like at 4K. I mean, and I was sat there looking at it going like, oh, I don't know. I'm just like, I mean, absolutely clueless. But between us, we've got some time and experience here, which just speaks to how super early we actually are in this space.
If you like, if the global, I think what the GDP, basically the market cap right now in crypto is, it's just maybe like 1.25 trillion or 1.5 trillion. I think the global,
I think it's just over 1.2 trillion at the moment.
Right. Okay. So the global GDP is like $100 trillion. So we're capturing a pretty small amount of the population, and this is we're at that pivotal like paradigm shift from analog to digital, right? So the whole world is moving into digital everything, digital currency, digital existence. I would say, like with the whole immersive, metaverse idea or whatnot, Ready Player One type shit. And then, of course, AI and its advancements and how that's going to be playing a role. So, social credit systems, but let's not go too deep on
CBDCs and
yeah. But the mass adoption is coming. I mean, imagine what happens when half of the world's GDP is in cryptocurrency, and we're still all so early. It's incredible. It's good to be
exactly.
here.
I was having a conversation with a friend of mine last night, and she's like, I have no clue what you do, Jess. Explain it to me. And I was trying to explain it to her, and I ended up in terms of, I think it's Elio Trades describes it as like, it's like gold in the 1970s when a troy ounce was like $70 or something ridiculous. That's kind of, but on steroid, because as you just said, and people don't even know what Bitcoin is, let alone what we're doing here in deep in Web3 in DeFi.
The underbelly.
Yeah. So I'm with you guys. We're mega early, and I took some time out because, as we know, things can get stressful in this industry. and I had to look after my own mental health. And I came back, probably about 2.5 months ago now, and started building up what we have here now in Jesse Degen. And the reason for that is because I know what's about to happen. I've been here for one cycle, and I woke up one morning and I was like, wait, we're 12 months out from the next halvening. I know what's going to be happening just before Christmas 2024, and I want to be in this space, So
this kind of leads on to the reason why you took the time out of crypto. I took some time out as well from crypto, but this is kind of how CatDoge come about, of the reason why myself and Frankie took a step back. Obviously, Aaron works in crypto full time. And this is kind of the back. That's this. I can explain it to you why we set it up. Do you want me to go now?
Yeah, go.
Yeah. So the backstory of CatDoge is pretty simple, really. Now, Jess, you'll probably remember crypto years and years ago. People held on to their bags. People helped the community. Helped the project. They shielded their own bags. Scams were around, but they wasn't as prevalent as they are nowadays, especially in the BSC space. We've got a big problem in this space.
You mean Binance Scam Chain or Binance Scum Chain? You can use those interchangeably. I don't know if TZ was thinking about that at the time that he named it, but it fits.
But that's just the truth. It's so. Myself and Frankie, we put the last project we invested in, we put quite a bit of money in and we got scammed majorly. And that's not the first time we've been slow rugged or stuff like that. So we took a step back and we were speaking about it. Is crypto worth it? Shall we carry on with it? It's hard. It's untrustworthy. And then Frankie didn't speak to Frankie for about a week or so. Bearing in mind, I've known Frankie for probably about 3.5 years. He was probably the first person I met in crypto. And he said, bro, I've got this amazing idea and I really think we should kind of go with it, which is called CatDoge. And he explained if you buy Cat and hold it, you get Doge as a reward. But we're not going to sell our tokens at all. We're going to be that legit project in the BSC space that investors can come along and they know that the team are doxed. We've doxed our wallets. We've done every single thing to the highest standard possible to get the trust back into the BSC space. And that's kind of where the CatDoge sort of philosophy come from. We work full time, but we're online all the time. We do giveaways. We just do so much for what we call the community project, because ultimately we're not the founders. We're just investors. We don't have no team tokens. Everything we have, we've bought ourselves. And that's kind of just the foundation of what CatDoge is. It's just somewhere where we want people to come back into this space because we think there's too many bad stories about people getting scammed, and that's what is keeping people away. It really doesn't need to be like that. It really can be a better place for everybody. And we are not the only project, but we're definitely one of the very few projects that are trying to change the space. And that's kind of the story behind us, really, of why we started it up. Is we want a project not to be the next multi-millionaires or billionaires. We want something with a legacy, and that legacy is, Christ, these guys work for this project and they're trustworthy. Hence the reason why we're doxed. Hence the reason why Aaron's, that's his obviously name. My name's Dominic, and Frankie's name is Frankie. We've got nothing to hide. And that's just the truth. Our project is not going to change the world. We don't claim it to change or come up with any new technology. That's not what we're about. Meme projects are here. They're going to be here. Why not invest in a meme project that you can trust the team?
Yeah, it's just as much a community token as it is a meme coin. That's really what it's about. So that's our drive right there.
I've really seen that. I'm sharing my screen on your website at the moment. I'm going to go down here. This is something that caught my attention. All your partners down here, you know, and what this tells me is that you guys have been working your asses off, you know, because
most of those are the first month of being live. Most of those partnerships, the first 4 weeks.
that's something that's special in this space with a meme token. So, okay, so you told us a little bit about where you've started off, about why. How long have you been deployed for now?
We started launched on May 24th. So we've been out for 7 weeks now. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's the equivalent of 6 months in probably the best part of a year in this space. We all know that. So you're over that hump where projects launch, pump, dump, and then dev disappears, team fucks off with all the team tokens that they didn't have. Not saying that's you guys. I don't get the story, but you know the story. And then chart dead, and that's it. Game over. You know, people just basically being suckered in and exit liquidity for the first people that got into the Ponzi.
Yeah, this is why we haven't sold. And like I say, people who are invested in us, they do track the team's tokens, which is fair enough. And a lot of them do say, we can't believe you guys haven't sold yet. And we're like, well, why? We know that this is a long-term project, especially if you get in now and when the next bull run comes, it's just going to be amazing for everybody.
Yeah. And that's something that I noticed when I first saw you guys and we started talking to each other. Because I am genuinely choosy. You know, we have projects coming on that want to come on here, and I'm like, well, no, because as I said before we got into this, we're trying to build something legitimate here, something that adds value in both ways to our community and to the projects that are coming to present on our platform. And that is music to my ears when I see guys like you on camera talking passionately about the project and talking about being here for the next bull run. I'm like, I am Queen of DJs for a reason, and I'm forever optimistic. I was still thinking that, you know, like at 16k, yeah, let's go, it's really good. And everybody else is like, oh my god, Bitcoin's going to go to zero. I was just thinking it's a really good buy right now, which it proves. I mean, I think it turns out that it is, but yeah, so you guys are planning to be here for the next bull run. I think that we may be just entering it right now. You know, I personally believe. I know it's up for debate. Everybody has different ideas on that. What do you guys think?
I mean, to be honest with you, if we hit the bull run tomorrow or if we hit it in 2 years, it doesn't make a difference to our philosophy as a team. I mean, it'd be nice if it come about soon, but ultimately that's not going to change the plans we have for this project. We're here for as long as the community wants us to be here for. And at the moment, we've got a very strong community, very, very strong. So we're not going to be going anywhere anytime soon.
I do think, like, I'm on the fence a little bit on, like, whether or not the bull run is, like, right here, right now. Because like it was going up, everybody was getting real excited, and I could see all the excitement, and I was just like, there's a part of me that really feels like there's going to be one more dump in the market, so that they, like, one more problem, like one last chance to scare out retailers, so the big boys can get the seats once the regulations come into place and all that institutional money pours in. Like, I really think it's possible. Like, FTX was a big example of, like, this huge thing. that was like that really scared out a lot of people from crypto, and it also set into motion a lot of these regulatory changes, especially here in the United States. Like I certainly have like a somewhat catered to my when I'm talking about regulations and legislation and to my own country's what's going on here, but yeah, so a part of me, but also a part of me realizes like with the halving coming up next year, like if it's not here now, it's getting close. Like you said, like by the end of the year, I could see us really starting to be gaining stride and picking up that momentum in a serious way. I'm just waiting on the edge of my seat a little bit.
Sorry about that chart I just brought up there. I realised it was on a tiny time set. I think it was on a one day. I'd like obviously been geeking out over some degen play somewhere last time I opened up Coin Market Cap. But yeah, I just pulled out your chart here, and like honestly, for a meme project, 7 weeks old, I mean you're looking alright.
We didn't have any big sell-offs until about 3 weeks in. We went from 1,000 market cap to 77,000 market cap in like 3 weeks from launch. We were on CMC May 28th. We got like 4 days after stealth. It was the first week. So it shows a pretty close price to starting price. Obviously not quite as low as like, Dex Tools or PooCoin because they show a little bit more history on the chart. But yeah, I mean, we're still, plenty of X's up from our launch price, which makes us really happy. It's good that we're here to hold the floor, but we're not the only ones. There are people in our community that are doing that too. And that's how we know we're succeeding, because we're not alone in it. The community is like really on board.
We've got 144 holders at the moment, and they're just hardcore. Didn't sell at 76k. They bought in pretty much relatively early. They could have walked away with a lot of profits. They chose not to. They buy into our vision of the rewards. So when the volume gets much bigger, which we know it will do, they know that they're going to be benefiting a hell of a lot with just a reward. So why sell? Some people have. That's crypto. We can't stop that.
Yeah, well, I'll speak for myself. I came here because I wanted to get rich quick. That's the honest truth of it. And I think the one thing that brings everyone into this space, into the idea, we want to make bank. And I don't think there's nothing wrong with that either. It's healthy.
It's just nice to want more than that too. Like you can want profits, but you can want it in a way where other people, you don't have to walk on other people to get there. There's a hard path to success, and that's what we're willing to take on as an endeavor. That's okay.
Exactly. So I see you're sitting at a tiny market cap right now. It's fully diluted, just under 16k. So I mean, and like for a project like yours, what do you think? What's a reasonable, conservative kind of estimation for where you could take this market cap wise?
It's really, so I mean, like Frankie and Pig work full-time jobs. I actually have been putting some of the money from a car that I sold into this project. Like we're all, like, just when we launched, we had a game ready. We had the website ready. We had the Telegram all set up nicely. We had the contract, obviously the contract done. So there were a lot of things, a lot of friends who did favors to, for an early opportunity. So there was a lot of contributors who were just helping because they're good friends in the space of ours and like knew what kind of people we were, and they were excited about getting involved with the project with us. So, I mean, we definitely threw a lot in to, especially Pig and Frankie, they really got the ball rolling on this, a lot into just getting it up and running. And then we've been just like, they've been putting what they can from paychecks into the project for marketing or whatever we need, like contests or to keep the chart strong. We've been burning our own tokens, even just as like a show of support and like, to keep the, the chart, the chart community strong. So we're putting in everything that we have. It's just like what we always say is we're slow mooning because we don't have the money to just spend 10 grand or 50 grand on marketing right away. But if we keep putting what we have and keep building partnerships and relationships and expanding our network and using our marketing dollars really wisely by coming into places that have real people, who will give you a real, opportunity in front of a real audience. And, so just being very careful, but very selective, finding good friends in the space. Like we're guerrilla marketing. We shill hard, like almost every day whenever we have a chance.
I've seen you. Every time I go in your chat, you're off on a raid to another tweet or a group or friends. It feels like you've got a lot of people there with you.
Yeah, we have a decent amount of people who are involved with the shilling. Obviously, when the hype is there and we were getting real high on our market cap, it was a little more engaged, and and I understand because I've been in projects where I've seen the chart drop and I've waited for the team to do something before I re-engaged real hard again, just to make sure that they were on top of things, and we keep proving that we're here and that we're working, and so like we know we're going to get that energy back again because we're not stopping. And like that's just infectious. It's so contagious. Like it really can be. So.
Yeah, it is. So
yes, can I just jump in there? When Aaron was saying
please do.
When Aaron was saying that we about how much we put back into the community or into our project, and the community members they burn their own tokens, and they actually give up their tokens to do competitions. You were like, wow,
Yeah.
Yeah, this is what we're trying. This is what we're trying to explain to people. This is why we generally believe that CatDoge could be one of the next big projects, because you don't get people like us come around very often.
No, and I always say with any projects in this level of DeFi, community is everything. Projects with no community have no chance. They might pump, you might make bank, but they won't last. They won't stay like this. But a project that's got real community behind it, which it sounds, and every time I have a look, it looks like you guys really have. You've got a chance. You can make it through these difficult times and out the other side of that chart, and that's amazing. Tell us about your tokenomics really quickly. I can see you got 5% reflections in Doge, no less, which is pretty cool, I think. What are your taxes in and out?
So we have we have a 7% buy, 7% sell tax. On buys it's 3% marketing, 3% rewards, 1% liquidity. On sells it's 3% marketing, 3% rewards, and or is it 2% pig, and then 2% liquidity.
Here it is.
3, 5, 5. Yeah, it's 3% marketing.
I knew I'd seen it.
2 liquidity, 2 rewards.
Yeah, I love your website, and it's like, with your cassette tapes. I know there's kiddies in this VC right now that have no fucking clue what a cassette tape is. I'm a dinosaur. I remember. It's very cool. Again,
this wasn't an accident. This was done on purpose, because we're going back to that old school crypto feel of the whole mentality of holding and helping. So we thought we need a website that kind of feels a little bit older, but still looks modern, older than it should be. But yeah, no, I think the website, I think it's amazing. We love it.
And again, I do as well. I've been since I met you guys, I'm looking at your website. Oh, this is so cool. And you've got a working game of Pacman. No, yes, I've been trying to play.
But this was all. Me and Frankie paid for all of this even before we launched, because a lot of projects, they don't, especially meme projects, they wait until people buy in and then they will do a website 2-3 days later because they want to see how much money they can make from it first. Well, we've gone the opposite approach. We built everything so we can from day one we can go, guys, this is what we've created, and as well, we're investors like you because we don't have team tokens. We're never going to get the money back from the website or the game or or anything, or we're not interested about that. This is very important, I think.
Yeah,
sorry, I'm speaking passionate. I apologise, but we are so.
No. This is good.
We're so passionate about this.
Yeah, and that's why it's so good to have you on camera, to be talking to you, because the passion comes across.
Oh yeah, hopefully it does. Yeah.
And I mean, and that's a great segue into, let's talk about your roadmap. I've just pulled it up here from your website. So do you want to talk us through that?
Yeah, I mean, I can't actually see it from here.
Okay, let me read it out for you. So phase 1, TG, stickers. We all need stickers. I know you've got some cool stickers as well. I can't see the chat at the moment. I hope you guys are spamming them in the chat right now.
Again, that was one of our community members made them for us. We don't pay for them. Ben, his name is.
Very cool.
Amazing artist.
Few people did. We got a few sticker packs, and they're all really awesome. They did a great job.
Got a few sticker packs.
Yeah.
I hope people are spamming them in the chat because I collect stickers. I have to say, I'm like Queen of Deacon. Just pay me in stickers. It's fine. I don't care about B&B and BUS. Just pay me in stickers. I'll be happy. Until I wake up and realise I have to actually pay for shit. So phase 1 is pretty simple. Phase 2, contest, giveaways, community growth, 200 members, marketing calls. So we're in phase 3 at the moment.
Yeah.
You're up to 500 members in your TG group. That's nice, and this is something that I see a lot. Genuine groups tend to have much smaller numbers, kind of similar to what we have here, because we care about the community. We're constantly pruning out the bad apples, the scammers, the shillers, the people that are really not here for the community. So that's really nice. I see you want to be doing biggest buy competitions. Did you just have a biggest buy?
We did. That was a community member that contributed towards that. That wasn't from the team itself.
Really? Again, community.
Mm-hmm.
This is big. And then I asked you the question earlier about market caps. Now, I know this is very realistic and conservative, actually. 100k market cap. So from where you're at now, we're talking about more than a 5x. Mm-hmm. So,
yep.
I mean, if you can make it happen, and I don't see any reason why you can't in this current market, with guys like you that are passionate about what you're doing and working hard for it. Have we just lost Dom, or is it's my?
No, he's here.
No, Dom's here. No, it's okay. It's my stuff. I see you. It's okay. I see you guys. You just down to a little tiny window now, but it's fine. I can pull it up. This is really special. So, do you want to talk us through phase 4? You got TikTok marketing, Facebook and Google ads, YouTube marketing, and then getting your membership up. How are you going to do that?
Well, to be honest with you, like we're pretty much doing now, really. That's just reaching out to good lounges, networking, shilling hard on Twitter. Obviously, the next paychecks we have will be going back into marketing, and just stuff like that. Really, everything we're doing is just organic growth.
I will say that we've gotten some pretty serious attention from some of our shilling too. Should I mention that?
Yeah, go on. Yeah.
We were rating Slumdog Millionaire, who's a big Doge guy, and has a documentary on him and stuff. And he took notice, and we did have a conversation with him. And of course, it's a pretty small project for him to, want to necessarily, get on board with, in the sense that we're not backed by a lot of funding like all, I'm sure, his friends in the space and whatnot. And so, he looks at this as too low of a marketing budget for him to dump on people, because that's what I hear he does. I won't say that again. But it was cool. It was cool just to know that, like, what we're doing, the way we're doing it, because we're so real and organic, and we know what we're doing, that we can get engagement from people who are big in the space, even though we're very, very tiny. And it only takes enough time of making ourselves present and in the space for that to really start getting embedded in people's heads. Like, they'll see us. I'm starting to get likes on people from people on my posts that have millions of, like, 1 million followers, like, multiple times. So, like, I know we're getting some exposure, and the Twitter realm, which kind of rules a lot of the social media realm for crypto. And it's just like, it's only, if they see this for over 6 months, it almost doesn't matter, like, how small your project is. It's obvious you're not scamming. It's obvious, like, you're working hard. And that's just the whole thing. Is that's a big part of it. So that kind of energy and effort that we're putting into branching out in that way, we're also putting into branching out in this space, when it comes to getting into new groups and reaching people in new places here on, like, Telegram and so yeah, Telegram and Twitter are probably our main battlegrounds, I would say, for attention and networking. And that's really how we're going to get there. And whatever money we, have on the side from work that we can put in, whatever comes into the marketing wallet from volume, all that's going to get spent to push that as wisely as we can with the right people. I already have a lot of lounge owners that I know in this space. I saw you when I was visiting the crypto hideaway, or the crypto hideout, which is Miss.
Miss. I love Miss.
He's great. I've been getting a chance to catch up with him a little bit, and it's been really nice. So, like, there's definitely a lot of people. Ninja Lounge, Ariane and JB are great. They're fantastic. I'd love to go and get into an AMA with them, working toward that. Brian at Coin Launch Lounge. I can name a lot of people that I'm really fond of, that I have good relationships with, and it's just all about, like, building relationships, and also, like, finding, new relationships to build and new partners, and adding to our partner list, and working with other people. And just getting as much exposure as we can through as much, shilling, marketing, networking as we can. Like, we'll get there. It just takes time.
I love it. And what I've heard you say there, and I caught onto this, and you said it without any kind of fanfare, really. So you're getting attention from people on Twitter that have, like, a million plus followers. I mean, you don't get 1 million plus followers without, that's not just bots and bullshit.
Even if half of them are bots, that's a lot of real people.
Yeah, that's some serious attention. That's some serious audience right there. And you're absolutely right in what you're saying. In my experience, the longer that you can survive and show people that you are authentic and legitimate and genuine, and you're here to stay, and you're working hard, which is exactly what you're doing. It's exactly what you're doing right here tonight. By taking time to come on camera and talk to crazy ladies that have technical issues and with their communities and everything else. So, I mean, more power to you, bigger. And what I'll say is the longer that you survive, the bigger proposition you are for people to buy into when the crazy times start happening, when we enter that.
The length of time we're here,
you're right.
It legitimizes
it could be now. It could be now. I think we're gonna. I honestly think we are entering a mini bull run in comparison to the next true cycle, because we know crypto runs in 4-year cycles with Bitcoin halving event. The real deal will be for sure the end of 2024 going into 2025 when the supply shock hits the system. But you're planning to still be here by then. And by that time, like, a project like this could like get absolutely mental. And you mentioned it before. You got your attacks project, your attacks token, and those reflections seriously add up. When you start getting that volume, when that starts going up, I mean, it's no secret, I'm a big fan of reflection tokens. I've done really well in the past on them, and I believe I can in the future. And right now, like personally, and not financial advice, Queen of Degens for a reason, right? But like, I'm looking at you like, this is a tiny market cap. Like, it's only going to go one direction from here because these guys are here to stay. And whilst it's doing that, I'm getting actual Doge coming into my wallet every time somebody makes a transaction. That's not, and of course you've got the LP ad, so which is growing your LPs. What are your LPs at the moment?
I would say probably about like 5,500 pig, something like that.
I think it's 6.5. 2 seconds, sorry, Jess. At the moment, LP is at 5.5.
What's that?
Yeah. So we've got that locked for 3 months on FlokiFi. We have we got a 93 out of 100 on our contract with Contract Wolf when they did their audit. And then we renounced the contract after that. That's actually why I was fibbing the taxes earlier, because we used to be 6.6, and then when we decided to renounce the contract, we just wanted to make sure we would have everything we needed, because we wouldn't be able to alter, the tax structure at that point, which was a function we had. And we talked to some people that we knew at some of the exchanges, a few different ones, like maybe we have some friends. Just to get an idea.
We spoke to one I had a meeting with one very big one we didn't want to renounce the contract and kind of be in a position where our contacts in the exchanges said, well, no, we can't work with you because you've renounced it. So that's why we got audited. We showed them the audits and they went, yeah, if you renounced it, we can work with you in the future.
Yeah, we were worried that the tax structure wouldn't align with the central exchanges, but we heard from them. They're like, no, you're fine. 7.7's fine.
Yeah, most of the legitimate exchanges are well used to tax tokens.
Oh, yeah. But we just wanted to make sure that it wouldn't harm our project, you see.
Yep.
For sure. Right. We are running a little bit late because of my fucking issues with the universe trying to rug me of life at the moment in general, apparently. So I'm going to ask you guys to give the degens in the chat their password so they can get their Google forms uploaded. Then I can start going through, because they're going to upload a load of good questions, genuine questions, not copy pasta bullshit. So, Dom and Aaron, would you like to think up a funny password that relates to your project for the degens so they can get their stuff updated?
How about CatDoge?
Say it again.
How about CatDoge Dog?
CatDoge Dog. Okay. I'm going to have to spell that now, CatDoge Dog. CatDoge Dog. We'll take any kind of variation. So CatDiggy
Dog.
DOG. Yeah. Cat Diggity Dog. That's what you got to write in your Google forms. It's 20 past the hour now, so 20 past 7. You've got till 7:30 UTC. So 10 minutes. 10 minutes. Anything over 10 minutes won't be counted. 10 minutes. Get your stuff in, and I'll get the form open. I'll start having a look at some of those questions as we go. Yeah, I think we've covered a lot. Is there anything that you guys are thinking about in the back of your heads now that we haven't already covered?
Yeah, we do have some aspirations. Like we're looking into it. We have some friends that have done some play to earn games and stuff, and we're thinking we're going to probably make some more arcade games, run more competitions, do more contests in our community. We'd really, yeah, we want to have a good consistent like kind of stream of events going, but we're looking into some potential play to earn game down the road in the future. Obviously, like we have to get to a point. We might also have an opportunity to create a poker outlet for ourselves, which I won't get into too many details of, but we have a really good friend who could help us put together something really great.
Was that some alpha you just let slip there?
We were talking about the other day a little bit, but it would be a pretty good opportunity. It would be a pretty good platform opportunity. We also have another project that we had been working on for some months and having some development done on for months that we'll probably be partnered with, which means we'd have some opportunities to be on that platform as well. I won't go into any more details on that yet. Some more for you. And then also we've been looking at use case for NFTs in the future once we reach like some of our highest community goals and we have a really strong, really thriving token and community. Looking into what kinds of cool use cases we could find for NFTs that would be valuable to the community, create a lot of opportunities for them to get exclusive access to maybe lottery systems or giveaway systems or actual like in-person events, like some sort of exclusivity or some sort of utility. So I mean, there's a lot of things. There's a lot of things that we're talking about in relation to project development down the road. But I mean, we're not going to lie and say this is right around the corner. These are the things we'd like to do as we become more and more successful and reach certain points, because everybody needs to grow and progress, and we'd like to do that. We just don't want to we don't want to over promise and under deliver. So there'll be a time and a place for everything to develop, but we're looking forward to doing more than we are now. So
And I think that's so honest of you to come along and say, hey, we've got these ideas, we're thinking about this stuff, we need to grow a bit first. That's really fair, it's really reasonable. I'd much rather hear that than people sat there in front of me saying, oh yes, and we're going to do this, and we're going to do that, and we're going to do the other. And it sounds amazing, but they've got no intention of doing anything whatsoever, if the truth be known, because as soon as they get their bags big enough, they're off out of there and like, oh yeah, no, sorry, forgot about that. We're not going to do that after all, and off we go. So I just want to switch my lights on because
we've been like, even the rewards that we're earning off of the bags that we purchased, we're putting back into the project. Like I've done giveaways with my Doge earnings. I've done we've bought back on the car.
When you think about it, we're not insane. We're thinking long term.
Yeah.
No. Yes. No, I get that. And
we are a long term project. We're not. When obviously we went from a 1K market cap to 76, and then it dropped down to 17, and it got back to 14. The rewards were good. We put them all back to our community. We put them all back to our community because if we hadn't of, and we wouldn't have had the support from our core hard members. We want to keep people.
And if we get some serious volume, like if we really do get some serious volume and these rewards start blowing in, and I mean, none of us are ever going to get used to, like, who can spend like $10,000 a month, $50,000 a month. Like, we're pretty simple fucking people. There's so much opportunity to keep like pumping in more than just what's in the marketing wallet. If we want to, like, we can do so much more with that money if it just got really, really crazy like that. Like, and I don't know if that's ever going to happen. I don't know if we're going to hit like hundreds of millions of dollars in volume like Pepe, but we certainly like, those are like 0 or 1% taxes. So they have a little bit more, on the volume.
And they're on the rich man's chain. They're on ETH. I mean, there's that as well. We're in
There's
Jeep's
nothing-
paradise right here on BSC. There is that. But you're right. I mean, it's totally doable for a project like this with a team like you that's working and injecting into it as well. I mean, like, I don't mean any offence to you when I say that, when I'm listening to you talking about putting your own funds out of your paychecks into this and saying that's insane. I'm thinking to myself, this project is insane because it's got a team behind it that believes in it so much they're willing to take out their own pockets now to put into it because they believe in it so much that it makes sense. And that is, I mean, that right there for me is pure gold.
Yeah. Well, we've always had the philosophy. This is why we're on Twitter shilling day in, day out. It will just take our network of people to actually understand where we're coming from. And it could be, like you said, Jess, you're looking at it thinking, oh, maybe. And then you'll tell someone else and that person will tell someone else. And this thing could explode. And it wouldn't surprise me if it did. It really would not.
And I mean, we all know about I hope we all know about the Metcalfe effect, which is exactly why Bitcoin has done what it's done and why crypto in general is doing what it's doing now, because networks are so powerful. You know, the sum of the whole is much more powerful than all the individuals when you look at them one by one, and that's where you get that explosive viral kind of potential. And I get it. I see what you're doing here, and I think it's very, very cool. And I love the whole CatDoge thing. I gotta say, and like, this is so cool. And you've got an impersonator as well, haven't you? But we're not going to give them airtime. But that's bullish in itself. I said to you, earlier today.
I said, check their history and check all of our animations that we've got. Someone's been stealing our ideas, but
I can see it. And that's bullish. And I didn't need to check because I've talked to you enough. And I check, and I don't have enough time anyway. But I believe you, you know. And I see this kind of stuff. But that in itself is bullish as fuck.
Oh, it's a great. This is the thing. The concept is just, to me, it's like when Frankie said, "Bro, I've got this idea, blah blah," and I'm like, "Go on." And he's like, "Can you remember CatDoge?" I'm like, "Yeah." He said, "Add an E at the end." I'm like, CatDoge, CatDoge. Fucking hell, Frank, that's actually really clever. He's like, "Yeah, bro." I was like, "Well, what next?" He's like, "Well, you get the reflections, you get the rewards." I'm like, "In what?" He said, "Well, Doge." I'm like, "Of course you do. You buy Cat, you hold, you get Doge as a reward." And it's like, "Right, what's we do next?" I'm like, "Let's call Aaron." Aaron's like, "Bro, that's fucking amazing.
Great idea."
And he's like, we're on this. And we're like, "Right, that's cool. Let's have a discussion." Like, fundamentally, us three guys are good people. We've actually worked with each other before. When me and Frankie had a free poker channel, and we used to do that. That's how we met Aaron, and we know Aaron's just a top guy. And it was just a case of,
hold on one sec. I've just seen someone. Right, you've got like 1 minute. The code word is CatDoge. Lots of people have got it. So like, you've got 1 minute. If you don't get your things in, then you're out of time. Like, as I said, I just got a message there from my partner saying, people are asking for the code word again. But I can see that plenty of people have got it. I've got like 25 people here that have all managed to get it. So it's absolutely fine. Go on, I'll give you another minute. I'll give you an extra minute. I'll give you 11 minutes just to be really fair so you can get your stuff in. Look how nice I'm being today. I wasn't being nice earlier. I want to say, you're really hedging your bets as well, aren't you? Like, are we going to go with a cat coin or are we going to go with a dog coin? Let's do both. I think that's pretty genius.
perfect sense.
Yeah, you can, because we all know that memes go in cycles, and sooner or later we'll be back to the cats or the dogs, and like, so you've doubled your chances there to capitalize on when the cycle comes back around to you again, haven't you?
Oh, definitely, yeah.
I want to start asking some of these questions from the community now that we've got here. So, first one, I'm not going to read out who they're from because it's up to you to pick, but you'll do that afterwards. I'll send them to you, and then you can decide which one's the best one. I'm just asking them right now. I noticed that the token name has been shortened in the roadmap and on Twitter to Cat. Do you realise how that reads? Fetish for a very niche group. I'm so innocent. I don't even know what that is.
I want to check that person's internet history. Yeah, no,
But we know that tokens with a shorter ticker name tend to do better than ones with longer ticker names. Talking out of personal experience here, so I do ask them to ask funny questions rather than copy past the bounty hunter bullshit. So that's our first one. So next one, is CatDoge the result of a secret feline and canine love affair, or did they just decide to join forces in the crypto world? Then can playing the CatDoge Pacman game help you hone your crypto skills by teaching you how to navigate through volatility while collecting tokens and avoiding the ghosts of the market crashes? Jesus, this person's really thought about it. Big up. I don't know what the question is there. Hold on. So is CatDoge a result of a secret feline and canine love affair?
I would say it's more like a bromance. I've got one of my memes is like the kind of like from Predator, like the arm to arm, like let me see if I have a Predator. I think it's a bromance affair. In the show CatDog, they were just born like that. It's a kid show. They didn't really get into the details of it. But I do know that cats can have more than one father to a litter. So, I mean, maybe. So
Really? I didn't know that. Yeah. That's amazing. But then they have big litters, don't they? Okay, next question. While CatDoge aims to bring humour and joy to the crypto community, the concept of rewarding token holders with 5% Doge just by holding Cat raises concerns about the sustainability and long-term viability of the token. How does CatDoge address the potential risks of such a reward system, considering the potential impact on the token's value, market stability, and overall longevity of the project? Is there a well-defined plan in place to ensure the token's utility and continued growth beyond the initial excitement of the meme culture? So I think we've covered that a bit already, but do you want to speak to that a bit? I think it's a good question.
Yeah. I mean, ultimately, I don't know if you guys have been paying attention to Twitter, but it's looking like, Doge is going to become a pretty, a pretty used, it may become a currency, a tender like on Twitter, for tipping and already the Doge community is selling merchandise and stuff on there in Doge, and so I do think that obviously as we get closer to mass adoption, we're going to be seeing like this real world merger of these assets starting to be utilized for goods and services, and I think Doge is already in one of the prime positions to be that, especially on Twitter, which has like over 300 million active users or something. So they may not be the biggest, but I mean, even if 1 or 2% or 1 or 2 million there start using Doge as a currency, we think it's a pretty valuable asset.
1
to
or
be
2
honest.
million is a tiny percentage of Elon's monopoly.
Yeah,
I'm just
yeah.
saying. And that's very, very conservative.
And because you can earn like a a desirable asset by purchasing another asset that has a lot of growth potential, the actual overall potential there for it's two birds with one stone kind of thing. So and as far as about ensuring that, I mean, we did kind of talk about our future plans, and really the more we can do, the more we will do. It's just a matter of getting there. So everything will come in steps and in strides, and we're just going to keep striving to go further and further. And what else can we do? And like what other kinds of community opportunities can we bring to the table, or project opportunities? Like where can we take this next? I think the fact that we want to keep growing and want to keep progressing, no matter where we end up. I think just having that mentality is going to get us to keep that sustained growth over time, because it'll come in tandem with it.
Yeah. And I think you've done a really good job tonight getting that across, that like you believe in this so much that you're still investing in it yourselves.
Yeah.
And that is should we say very unusual in this space. Usually by this time
Oh, we lost her. Usually by this time people are definitely gone. I can say that. We had some people, who was it that told us, they're like, oh, I think it was our last AMA. They're like, yeah, usually on BSC, like that first day, that's it. You guys have been around for 3 weeks. That's already an accomplishment. Well, imagine when it's 3 months, and we're still.
I'll tell you what, we're not actually we're not too far away, are we? Really, we're a month and a half now. So,
yeah.
Normally you're lucky if it survives longer than 3 days. Normally, we're 7 weeks in.
Yeah, and that's a long time. Can you guys hear me again now?
Yeah.
You're back.
Amazing. Right, I've got Aaron frozen now for some reason. Hold on, let me just click on you. It was such a bad weekend for tech. Okay, let's ask some more questions, and then we'll start wrapping this up, because we have to start getting ready for the duck race. Otherwise, we're going to have riots, because the DJs want to do duck race, of course. On your website is a theme song. Can you tell me the name of the singer and the song?
It's me.
I knew this. And since you told me about it, I said, I really want to hear it. And I've been so frantically busy, I still haven't listened to it yet.
It's brilliant, honestly. It is. We've actually got two. We've actually got 2 songs now. They're Aaron's creations. They're fucking hilarious.
Oh wait, whoops. Slash CatDoge. That's not the right filter. Hold on. Slash theme song.
I'll try when we finish this. I'll try and stream them actually whilst we're waiting for the duck race and antics. So let's have a look. Let's get a couple more questions out here.
Yeah, we'd love to.
Okay, this is a fair question. It's a simple one. What's your main goal till the new bull run?
Oh, save money and prepare and build the community and getting ready as we can.
Good answer.
I mean, just to add on that, Jess, whoever sent that question over, one of our main goals, and we've stressed this enough in our communities. We want our community members, the diamond holders, to be in a prime position. That's all, and that's including us as well, because as we've established, we are just investors as well.
Yeah.
We just want everybody to be in a prime position for when the bull run comes.
Yeah, absolutely. I see that. And of course, for you to get paid, it needs to be successful. And so, and I know I've said this a few times.
Again, the only way that we're ever going to get money is for when the volume, and that's it. We've stressed that if the price goes up to $1 million, we're still not going to sell. It's pointless. That's we've pledged and committed to our community members. We will never sell our wallets, and we will not.
There's a couple.
That's amazing.
There's a couple things about that. Like we by doing this, like we can hold the floor, and because we're in a position to receive like a decent amount of rewards as well, because we have good positions. That's just money that we know we can inject back into the project again, like we were talking about. Like if we need extra liquidity and we're getting pumped full of Doge rewards, we can literally just put money right back into liquidity. We can run contests. We can come up with all kinds of fun ways of like using that money, and just make sure that basically it stays in the project and in the community. So it's like, and we're literally willing to work this project until we're the last ones holding, if that ever came down to it, and we still wouldn't sell. The money we've invested, we've already lost hundreds and thousands of dollars in this space, on throughout multiple projects. Like if we lose another, several hundred or $1,000, like, I mean, at least we did it with something we're working hard on and proud of.
And proud of as well.
It wasn't because somebody fucking scammed us and just took it. Like we busted our ass and it didn't work out, and that is what it is. At least we can be fucking proud of losing that money and not be angry about it because it was just somebody fucking rugged us, So
yeah.
So we already looked at whatever we've got in is just in to stay, and we've already taken it as a loss essentially in our minds. And if we are successful, we're successful, and if we're not, we're not. But we're certainly going to keep pushing. And
but you're giving it a damn good try. You're here.
100%. Like we've always said, there's one thing we never promise on anything in our community with regards to where we're going to go in the future. But there's a few things we have promised on. That's the team will never sell, and we won't. And the fact that if you are looking for somewhere that's safe for a meme project, we're it.
Perfect. I'm going to ask a couple more questions, then we're going to wrap up. So another funny one. As we know, most cats and dogs don't like each other. That's not necessarily true. Having had cats and dogs, they really loved each other. But anyway, as we know, most cats and dogs don't like each other. So why do you combine the two in this project? Why do you have such an interesting idea? Everyone knows that for a meme to go viral, it has to be something special or out of the ordinary. What do you think makes the difference and sets the trend of #CatDoge?
The name within itself, the marketing material that was really laid out from us, which was a cartoon called CatDoge. We just dropped an E at the end, and that's just the perfect meme name. As we know, Elon and a lot of the big players in the Twitter space are all over the Doge. So CatDoge was just the perfect marketing material.
Yeah, and I got to say, I think it's also an awesome touch to have the dog bowl in the middle with Pepe.
Yeah.
that really did make me laugh. Okay, yeah, this is quite a hard-asked question, but it's a good one and it's relevant. So this person asks, in the holders list, I see many big wallets. Who is the owner of this one that's over 6%? Is that a team wallet?
we've been actually trying to reach out to our network and find out who's this big holder because we would kind of like to know ourselves. Like we think it's somebody in our close circle who is in maybe the first waves, but what I really appreciate is the fact that I'm pretty sure that everything in that wallet is buys. Like they're just, and then lots of them. It wasn't just one big buy. Like someone out there is supporting us like really, really hard. And we don't, like we'd like to know. We don't necessarily, want to push too hard. But we've been reaching out to people and that were in those like first waves and just seeing like, hey, like, are you the person that's buying all these tokens? And like, like, are you gonna, like, what's your plan? Like, are you with us?
You are
Like,
whale. Are you friendly?
Well,
But yeah, exactly.
but they're definitely friendly because we've been tracking that as well, and they bought at the beginning and they've only added onto it. They haven't sold, so they've been there when we've hit the all-time high. They've been there when it's dipped.
Yep.
When it went up again, they were there and they bought, and then when it dipped again, they bought. So they're definitely a friendly wallet, 100%. But it'll just be interesting in who it is, really. But no, it's definitely not the team one. The team.
Clearly, they believe in what you're doing as much as you believe in what you're doing.
Yes.
Yeah. And honestly, between me and Pig and Frankie, who are never selling, like we definitely, like, we're probably closer. Like we're probably more than twice that in supply between us. So like we know that no matter what, like there's a good percentage of the supply that's never going to get sold. That's always going to hold that floor. And it's actually one of the reasons why we know that no matter what happens in the volatility of the chart, we're always going to come back to a place, or could come back to a place, like even at the lowest of the lows, where there's still a floor far above launch, like we are now. And like that means that there's always the opportunity to keep pushing and keep growing, because it never gets into that scary place of, under launch price where everybody doesn't want to touch it. So no matter what happens, like we've got the foundation built that can't be destroyed. So that's positive, positive for us, no matter what our investors decide to do.
It is positive. Right. That's enough now for the community questions. I have quite a few there, but actually I'll get them over to you later, so you can choose the best one out of the ones that that I've asked. At this point, I want to wrap up now, and I want to say, like, big up to you guys, because I mean, you've come along with a meme token that has real passion behind it, and with your ambitions to make this through into the next bull run or even the next cycle, like the market cap and liquidity that you have right now, with a team like you, it's really could blow. I know I said it a few times. It really could blow up. So I just want to say thank you for being such great hope. Great guests. I'm the host.
Thank you.
Great guests.
You've been a great host too. Yeah.
Thank you for bearing with me through
a bit rocky at the start. We got there.
Yeah. Thank you for bearing with. Like I've been saying all weekend, the universe I've done something to piss off the higher power, or whatever you want to call it, clearly, because like everything's going. Hopefully that's it now. I've had all my bad luck and everything's going to be great. Please, if there's one thing, I always like to ask this at the end, if there's one thing that you would like the community to remember and go away thinking about tonight, what is it?
If you choose not to invest in us, that's fine. Just be very, very careful where you do invest in this space.
Wow.
It's the truth. We need... It scares... People keep on getting scammed, it's going to turn people away from crypto, and we don't want that. We need to stick together. So, again, it's not all about us, the project, CatDoge. It's about the whole crypto universe world. Everybody's just got to be very, very careful. We all work hard for our money. Just be very careful, people.
Oh, we lost Jesse's audio. Can't hear you. Uh-oh. Can't hear you at all.
Oh, shut up. We can't hear you.
Can't hear you. We can't hear you. We lost your audio. Oh no.
As I was saying, thank you for bearing with me through all the fucking technical issues that I'm having tonight. Like, it's driving me absolutely crazy. We're friends now, and you know where we are. And I said I want you to come back. I'm going to do you another free one because you've won my heart tonight, and I really want to see you do well. I'm genuinely want to see you do well. So whatever we can do to support you on that journey, like personally, I want to help you with that however I can. So yeah, thank you for being great guests. I think you got a lovely project. And it's breath of fresh air, and I wish you all the best. And we're going to see each other again anyway, because I've already told you. Like, you don't have a choice in that. You're coming back when the time's right.
This was probably a very stress-free AMA where the conversation was just flowing, which we really like. It's just organic flow. Loved it.
Thank you for that. I appreciate that. That's exactly what I'm trying to do here. Because no offence to all the other AMA lounges that are very structured and have all the scripts and questions, but that's not what we're doing here. We want it to be a chat show. We want to make it entertaining. We want to have a laugh. We want to get the information, and we want to make sure that everybody is having a good time. Because I honestly believe that if it's not fun, if you're here in this space and it's not fun anymore, then if it stops being fun, then it's time to stop. So, I mean, I think that's really, really important. Okay, I'm going to wrap this up now because I have to send some NFTs to DJs that are waiting for them to get in the race and all that kind of good stuff. So, thank you so much. I'm going to mute myself up now, and we will see each other very soon.
Thank you very much for having us, guys.
You're so welcome. And thank you, everyone in the chat. Big up. Thank you for bearing with us through
the very much. Bye now.
Thank you. Bye. And duck racing in, oh, Jesus Christ, 7 minutes plus 15 minutes, which is 23 minutes. 23 minutes. The lobby opens for duck racing. I'm going to have a look at my spreadsheet now and see who's been good and who needs a duck sending to them. And we will see you back here shortly. I'm going to mute up and I'm going to put some music on because otherwise I'm going to be distracted and I have to do a lot of things really quickly now.
The second play. Double check guys.
CatDoge, yeah?
You should check the second play.
Second place, why?
Last hat in around 2 months ago.
That's a multi-account, is it? Do we have Christian BT3 in the chat with us? All right. CatDoge, thank you for the heads up. We'll look into it. DM me so you can explain more to me what you think is the problem, where the cheating is. And of course, we will look into it.
What's up?
Bright Chris.
Okay. Yeah. You are asking about me. You asked if I are in the chat.
Christian BT3.
Yeah.
That's you, is it? Okay, well, CatDoge, says that there's a reason that you shouldn't be getting the prizes.
What's that? What's that?
I don't know. Kadang-sang, talk, tell us what's going on. We can have DJM fighting in the chat soon, I think.
Yeah, we are going to set a venue where we're gonna fight. You just like Elon Musk and this guy. I'm saying.
You've been watching that. It's funny, isn't it? Look,
Hey,
we don't.
Kadagal, what's up? What's going on?
Kadang-san, come on, talk to us. What's the problem?
I already signed the group.
You've already put it in the group, have you? Okay, let me look. Christian BT3, your last transaction is 57 days ago, apparently. Are you there, Christian?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I'm here. So,
what do you have to, I mean, obviously I haven't looked in your wallet yet, but I will do. And we've been really, really clear, for a couple of weeks now. We've been saying our rules, our requirements are, and I've been talking about it all night as well, that we want people that we can see active on chain. And there's a couple of reasons for that, because we know that people use old wallets as burner wallets and then say, oh yeah, I got transaction history there. Because at first, when we first introduced this rule, we said transaction history. Then we realized that people using old wallets that are clearly not being used today with transactions that were like, well, like yours. 57 days ago since you last touched that wallet. That's not an active wallet, is it?
yeah, somehow it's not an active. So what am I gonna do about that? You know.
Well, what you need to do is make sure that the next time you enter one of our giveaways, I mean, obviously it's a genuine wallet because it's got some history in it. So what we say is we want to see transaction history from at least a month to stop people getting brand new wallets, burner wallets and all that.
Yeah,
But also
I just I got all that, but I
so
just made a transaction.
you need to use it. Get somebody, get somebody to send you a little bit of bean dust or something.
I sent something right now. I don't know if that's
I know,
going
but
to count or something.
it's too late now.
Yeah, I know. Jesse, I want to say something. I think that was that last AMA, right? I think I won as well, and then there is another AMA that that one you remove the I think two persons. Yeah, that drip one, right? That drip AMA, right? I think I was the fourth, and I was meant to be the next person. So if you remove me now, it's gonna be the third time you are disqualifying me just because of this.
Okay, look, what I'm going to do, because I have a lot of respect that you're here in the VC with us and that you're talking to us, and I can hear that you're genuine. So what I'm going to do is talk to you in DMs afterwards. But I mean, we're talking now. There's not a lot more to say really. But we're a community, so I'll give you the opportunity to present your case to the community before we make any decisions on
no problem. I can't even present anything right now because I'm a student, right? And when I go back to
No,
school,
no. What I mean by
I when I
that is,
yeah.
I'll talk to you. We'll just do it in the chat. We'll put a
All right,
poll up, and we'll ask the
all right.
community what they think. And don't worry, I'm going to be watching and making sure that only genuine community people's votes are counted, because we know who the genuine community are.
Oh, all right,
Okay,
all right,
is that
all right.
fair?
Yeah,
So,
yeah, it's very. Yeah,
and the
no,
reason for
like
that,
yeah, I got
and
that.
the
I got
reason
that.
and the reason that I'm doing that for you is because you're here with us in the VC, and you're speaking up, and we want to be fair. We don't want to be horrible. We don't want to stop people from winning, but we need to get a handle on all of this, because the cheating has been insane. Like if you look at even our AMAs from last week, we had between 60 to 80 people accounts in the chat. And now, since people have realised, shit, right, Queen of Degens has been dead serious about, clamping down on multi-accounts and scamming. I mean, tonight, well, you saw the race. We only had like 20 people in the race tonight. On other nights, it's been like 40, 50, 60 people. It's been absolutely mad. And that's because there's so many people trying to game the system and cheating, which is why we've had to introduce all these rules. But, you're
Yeah,
talking
yeah,
to
yeah. Thank you so much. Then thank you. And Kadanga, that's a good work right there, right? If it's gonna be amazing if if you are checking people like this, right? To bring in real people. But I just wanted to say that when I go back to school, I keep crypto whatsoever away from me, right? And that's why I have not been making transactions. And when school start again, I'm just gonna leave this space except you guys want me to fail. So I just keep crypto. I just keep social media whatsoever one side and then focus on my book. So that's just the reason why. So big up.
big up
Thanks
to
for
you for
that.
that.
Yeah. Thank you
Really,
so much.
really, really, really important. But well, you've been honest. You come to us. I'm not just discounting you and saying you're disqualified. But we put the rules up and they're really clear, and we have to be fair to the community as well. So like I did with Mr. Chucksy the other day, and the community were actually really fair with Mr. Chucksy and said, "No, it's all right. You've explained to us. We think you should win the prize." So we'll do the same with you, and we'll see what the community says. All right. So we're not making any decisions right here and now, but it's fair that we give the last say to the community. All right. And don't try and manipulate the vote in your favour, because if you do that, I will know. Ask Bull. He tried it. And he came a cropper. Just saying. Right, guys, I'm going to get off this call because I've been working here in front of the camera for a few hours, and I want to have something to eat. I haven't eaten yet tonight. I want to have something to eat, so I'm going to switch my camera off and put the tunes back on. Does anybody else want to say anything before I go? I don't hear anybody. I can't see who's in the chat at the moment. It's 13 if you're in the chat. I can see people typing and stuff. Oh. Yeah. Meow, aka Kieran. Jesse Bureau of Investigation. Yeah, you got it. JBI. Mario, make us some logos for JBI, please. Like FBI, but JBI, Jesse's Bureau of Investigation. Right, switch my camera off now. I need to have something to eat. I'm hungry, and I'm tired, and I'm sick of technology fucking cheating me. Like, seriously, what's the matter with technology tonight? Big up all of you. Love you all. Thank you all for still being here, listening to my ramblings. Okay, let's have the tunes back again then. Oh, this is a big tune. These are big tunes. I can't help switching my camera and I'm a fucking attention seeker. Down.
I love the jungle for it. Become massive in our area. Still mashing up hard. Jump on the from your ready people stop run. Do not be a service of the other one. Do not people get mad, some boy can't deny. Fight them up, blow in the death on them, I can't be out to them, I'm not in the remedy. Ever press out zero of the executive. Up don't go down, don't never down stepping. That be put them in a guarantee. It don't go up. All of the jungle is done now. It done now. Here comes the monster. I am the jungle's warrior. Become massive in our area. Still mashing up hard. Sound of the dance, all them like pepper. Sound of the dance, now we no matter. We are the trendsetter, pass the calendar. Please respect the sound of us so far. And you make it all. Can you do something on theater? Make it never. Can we push from Jamaica? Yes, then I sound across the border. Please respect, you get Here comes the monster. I am the jungle's warrior. Become massive in our area. Still mashing up hard. Here comes the monster. I am the jungle's warrior. Become massive in our area. Still mashing up hard. I'm a condescension. Yes, bring it on by the way down again. I'm a condescension. Yes, you're the master that takes not to make it out. Pick up your wisdom in a million. Fill it with urban burn it like that one says in the land. And in the top, that's where the rain back. The foundation on the justice. Foundation is not in the water. After the people skip the night time. She can't touch them up in the next day. body so long, it doesn't know me. It's looking at my face like a bossy. Bang, 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 hey. Bossy, bossy, Godfather, and a OG, and a half combo, and a bossy. Then I rag a rhythm like it's all free. Bossy, house on the coast G. My money so long it doesn't know me. Just looking at my kids like a bossy.
Hey, yo, Sean.
Hey, so easy body with it, baby, gotta get with it. Easy body with it, baby, gotta get with it. Body with it, baby, gotta get with it. Wind up your body and spin it. Turn to the bubble, let the trouble bubble. You give me the trouble now, turn it around now, bring it. Your president, back another man. If you push that button, I turn down, but I can't see me. Onto your front, can't fling it. Onto your body, shaking up to the limit. Onto your wild out to wild it, your head to the beat. Step London and make them injured. Is it? Bossy, 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 bossy. Godfather, and a OG, and a half humble, and a bossy. Fling a rag a rhythm like it's all free. Bossy, house on the coast G. My money so long it doesn't know me. It's looking at my feet like a bossy. Bang, 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 hey. He's a boy got money in a bank van. Ready to roll and blaze up this tank van. But the girls from the one to bank van. The girl them champion. Bossy, bossy, Godfather, and a OG, and a half humble, and a bossy. Fling a rag a rhythm like it's all free. Bossy, house on the coast G. My money so long it doesn't know me. It's looking at my kids like a bossy. Bang, 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 hey.